Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to my show. Today's topic is about worrying. Mothers worry. Society associates being a mother to worrying. And it's true. We can't help but worry about our children, especially when they're not in our eyesight. And so mothers healing and dealing with ambiguous grief from their child not being in their life and being parented by someone else throws us into a state of panic and worry. And it's very unhealthy. So today we're going to talk about it. Moms, without your children, stop worrying. Sounds easier said than done, doesn't it? I understand. I used to worry if my kids were comfortable, if they had clothes they liked, if they had friends, if they were treated fairly, if their new parents gave them things they like and cared and listened to them. I used to worry if they had their school supplies, if they needed anything, if their shoes fit, if they had friends, if they were being abused, worrying if they knew I loved them or not. The list goes on and on and on. So I understand. I had to quickly realize that worrying didn't change a thing, not one single thing. And worrying is toxic and unhealthy. It makes us sick. It increases our anxiety, our PTSD, our depression. It causes disease and suffering. So why do it? So what is worry? Worry is imagining and playing these images in our head over and over. Worrying is playing these scenarios over and over in our head. And these scenarios cause anxiety, physical illness, chest pains, headaches, sleepless nights. It keeps us stuck in the past instead of healing in the present time. It creates an illusion of control, but it actually offers no control at all whatsoever. I have a quote to share. Worrying is the mind's way of feeling like it's doing something when really it's doing nothing but draining you. The circle of control. The things that we have control over, which fall into the categories of our thoughts, actions, attitude, and our healing. We have no control over our children if they're not in our care, systems, judges, and the past. I want to look at a couple of diagrams with you. The first one, the things we can control. Our attitude, our thoughts, our reactions, our boundaries, our words, our self-care, our work ethic, our lifestyle habits, our behavior, and how we spend our time. And on the outside of the circle, the things we cannot control include the weather, other people's beliefs, the news, others' words, others' opinions, the economy, others' actions, and others' mistakes. On the next diagram, the things we control, how I treat myself, how I spend my time, my attitude, my thoughts, how I treat others, my effort, my words, my choices. And the things out of our control, if people like me or dislike me, the future, my age, how long things will last, problems, what other people do, the weather, what other people think, how others react, the past, other people's mistakes, and other people's happiness. Some other things in the circle of control are what I give my energy to, the goals I set, how I speak to myself, how I handle challenges, how I spend my free time, and my thoughts and my actions. And here's the nitty-gritty of why worrying is pointless. It doesn't change the decisions, the court's decisions. It doesn't make our kids safer, and it doesn't bring them home. Unfortunately, those things are true. And I want to read this word for word because I think it's beautiful. Worrying robs the only thing that can bring them home someday: our light, our health, and our faith. So what to do instead of worry? Immediately say out loud, nope, not today. Redirecting our thoughts through journaling, taking a walk, cooking, napping, creating something. Replacing the worrying thoughts with healing actions, positive affirmations, anything healthy, really anything at all besides worrying. It's very toxic and it's just pointless. Where I'm at on my healing journey with worrying, I catch it coming before it gets festered inside of me. I see it, I stop it, take a deep breath, and I move on. If you're not there, you will get there. And the beauty about being there is I have peace. And it's priceless. You know, these corrupt courts and this broken child welfare system, it can take everything from us. It destroyed my family. It can take our children, our good reputation, our homes, our family. It can take everything from us. But the one thing that nobody can take from us, unless we let them, is our peace, our inner peace. So my final message is, you're not supposed to stop loving your kids. You're supposed to stop worrying because they need you healthy. It's what's best for them. And you're in the fight of your life. You have to be strong. And if you've already lost your fight, you have to heal. And so stop worrying because it's unhealthy and toxic, and your children need you healthy and strong. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And in the comments, put what you do to stop yourself from worrying once you realize that you're starting to worry. What do you do to bring yourself back to that place of peace? And when all else fails, remember, surrender to God. Your faith will get you through. It's in God's hands.
I don't know exactly where to start because there's so much I want to say. I miss you. I miss you every single day in ways I never could have imagined. It's in the big moments when I reach for my phone to call you, only to remember I can't. It's in the small, quiet moments when something reminds me of you, a song, a scent, and for a second, it feels like you're right here. Life keeps moving, but there's always this space, this part of me that still hurts for you. I've learned to carry it, to live with it, but I wish more than anything that I could have just one more conversation, one more hug, one more chance to tell you how much you mean to me. I hope you're at peace. I hope you're surrounded by love, and I hope you know how deeply you were loved here and how much you still are. I wonder if you ever check in on